So all our lives, we've been told this story about how great our country is and how bad it is halfway around the world. And we just take that for granted. Now, don't get me wrong, our country, your country, you know, wherever it is, it's probably a great country. US, fantastic country. I love it. I love America. But you and I have been lied to all our lives about what life is like outside of your home country. We're going to talk about that. You ready? Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
What's up? It's JJ the Lonely Bull in Asia. Here, my last couple days here in Da Nang, Vietnam. But I want to talk about how we've been lied to all our lives about Asia. So here's the deal. We've been told that our country is the best, which may be. Maybe the US is the best country. I mean, it's got everything. I mean, it's so convenient. I've talked to people who are from other countries, go to the US, and they can't believe the grocery stores, just to name one thing, how much food there is. There's such an overabundance of food in America. But we've been told, being in the US or being in the West, that things are horrible here halfway across the world in Asia. We've been told time and time again how Asian countries are third world, how the infrastructure is horrible, how things are so bad in Asia. Why would you even want to come there to visit, let alone live here? We've also been told how bad all communist countries are. Now granted, there are some bad ones, North Korea, places like that, but these are all, I mean, I guess short of saying propaganda, these are all lies basically. I mean, yeah, there's some truths to it. There's some areas in Asia where it's a lot poorer, the infrastructure is worse. It is kind of third world. But most of these countries are developing countries. Most of these countries are middle class or upper middle class countries. Third world is a archaic term that really doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't fit any of the narratives anymore. So when you think about it, a third world country isn't really the original term for it. So I would say, rather than saying third world, maybe underdeveloped. But when you come out here, you're going to find out that it's nothing like you think it is. I mean, there are still areas in a lot of these Southeast Asian countries that are very underdeveloped. The infrastructure, the roads, they're bad. It's hard to get around. A lot of undeveloped countryside, jungles, and mountainous areas and things like that. But like, look where I am. I'm on the beach in Da Nang, and you can see how beautiful it is here. It's just an amazing, amazing city, and it's very developed. I mean, it's easy to get around. It's a city of just over 1.2 million people, but you can get around super easy here. They've got Grab, which is the Asian version of Uber. So you can order a Grab, and it'll cost you $2, $3 to get from one end of the city to the other. So super inexpensive. They've got Western amenities, hotels, condos, restaurants, bars, you name it. They've got traditional Vietnamese food. So if you like that, you want to experience that, you can do that. They've got other Asian food. I had a really good rice bowl, fried rice with seafood last night. Seafood included shrimp, and octopus and squid, and it was delicious, and it only cost me about $4. So you have those options here. At other places in Southeast Asia, you know, the Philippines is a popular place. Now that's kind of a hit and miss as far as developed country, but in the populated areas like Metro Manila, you can live in a place called Bonifacio Global City, or BGC, which is a smart city, and it's a beautiful, walkable city, and it's got all the Western amenities you could possibly imagine. You go to Thailand, I live in Bangkok. Bangkok is a beautiful city. It's huge, but it's really easy to get around because of the train system. They've got some of the best train systems in the world with their Skyrail, which is their BTS, and their subway, which is their MRT. And you can get pretty much anywhere in Bangkok and the outskirts of Bangkok on the train system without too much of a problem. And it'll cost you, from one end of the city to the other, it cost you maybe 80 baht, which is about $2.40, something around there. So it's super convenient, really cheap to live there if you watch your spending. I know there's, you know, you can spend as much as you want because you've got some Western amenities, some great rooftop bars and clubs you can go to and spend high-end dollar on that stuff. Restaurants you can spend a lot of money on, but they've got tremendous street food that's really cheap and really delicious. So don't listen to what your mom and dad may have told you about what Asia's like, especially in countries that in their time were underdeveloped. You know, and I have a lot of, you know, I've got older sisters, I've got older cousins, and some friends that are a little older who have family that were old enough to remember the Vietnam War and may have actually been part of that Vietnam War. So they remember Da Nang as a military base, and they remember Vietnam as what it was back during the Vietnam War, which was 60 years ago. It's different now. It's a lot different. So don't make any judgment on what Vietnam is by what you heard how it used to be, because it's not like that anymore. Yes, it's a communist country, but does this look like a communist country to you? I mean, look at this. Look at those beautiful resort-style hotels and condos back there. Look at this beautiful beach. It's about 9 in the morning. Sun comes up over the ocean, and it's just beautiful. You have these round boats. These are fishing boats that they take out every morning. They catch their fish in the nets, and they pull their nets in, and then they have the people that own the markets and own the seafood restaurants here in town. They come up and buy their seafood fresh right there on the beach every morning and every evening. So you're going to go to a seafood place and it's going to be fresh, usually still alive when you order it. So that's a huge plus that you don't see in the US probably. Plus the cost. My friends and I, when we were here last December, we went to the Sontram Market, which is down by the Dragon Bridge, if you're familiar with that. And we got a platter of lobster, 6 lobster, I believe it was 6, 3 sides, which included oysters and some cockles and some vegetables. And the whole thing cost, I believe it was 600,000 dong, which is about $24, just under $24. So buy a meal for 6 lobster dinners in the US or anywhere in the West for $24 total. That's about $4 a lobster. And I got a video on that. I got a video I posted. If you want to see more about the food in Da Nang, check out the video at the end here. And I do a little tour of all my go-to places here in Da Nang to eat, both Western style, Asian, and Vietnamese traditional. So, but really when you think about it, we've been told, you know, third world country, communist, and yes, it's not a third world country, it's a middle class or upper middle class country, very developing and developing faster and faster all the time. There's construction going on here constantly. And yes, it is a communist country, but you would never feel like it. You know, our perception growing up in the West of communism is like tanks on every street corner, armed guards everywhere. The army is prevalent everywhere you go, like a military state. It's not like that here at all. In fact, this is my fourth or fifth time I've been to Da Nang in Vietnam, and I have yet to see, like this last time here, especially I've been here almost a month now, I've never seen a police officer, not even a police officer, let alone a military person, somebody in a uniform. It's such a friendly and safe city that you don't see them. They're probably around, but you don't see them. They don't make themselves present. They're not full of their military presence. It's not like that. So Cambodia is another communist country. I have not yet been there, but I've heard it's similar to what Vietnam and the Philippines is as far as infrastructure, maybe a little behind on the infrastructure than Vietnam is. Maybe a little behind even the Philippines. I'm not sure, but it's a communist country, but you wouldn't feel it, I don't think, when you go there. So yes, there are communist countries that fit that mold that we grow up thinking what communism looks like, but it's not here. You won't feel that here at all. Now you'll go to the museums and you go to the places where they talk about the war, and they have a different spin that we did or we do in the West. It's a completely different side of the story. So if you get a chance to come here, I would definitely visit the museums that talk about the war, because you will definitely get a different perspective, their perspective on what the war's like, what it was like. But you know what? Even being here as an American, nobody treats you differently. So you're not looked down on, you're not disregarded, you're not, I mean, they don't care. They go on with their life and they expect you to too. So it's just a great experience. So don't listen to what you heard when you were growing up. Come out here, make your own opinion, see for yourself. I'm right now at this place called Kala Kala Beach Club, and let me show you around there. Beautiful club, and I hope I don't get a copyright strike on the music, because they got the music pumping from dawn till dusk, and I killed myself on the steps. But it's a beautiful, beautiful beach club where they've got an outdoor bar there. They've got a pool. We were here with my friends yesterday afternoon, and this place was packed with families. And then at 4:30, they kick the families out. No kids after 4:30, so it becomes a real adult club. But it's pretty cool, and it's right here. It's brand new. Their grand opening actually is Saturday, the day after I leave. But they had a soft opening this past week, and they've been open all week, just getting things ready. But it's a beautiful place. They've got lots of drinks, lots of food, and a great chill atmosphere. So this is just one of the several places in Da Nang that I think you'll really enjoy. So let me know in the comments below what you think. As always, be respectful. If you've been here before, let me know your favorite places. If you've never been here before, I hope this helps you to make a decision on whether or not to come out to Southeast Asia and check out the beautiful countries which are not all third world and not all just impoverished. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, live life, my friend, kind of like me. And we'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.